Yo, what's poppin' guys, Sizzle here, and in this video I'll be showing you the best way to play NES games on your PC, and that is with Mesen emulator, or Mesen emulator, whatever you want to call it. It does do multiple different systems, but the only one it does to the highest degree, in my opinion, is NES. It does do a very, very good job with all these other systems. It's great at SNES and all that, but I think there's better options, especially if you plan on using mods. However, for the NES, nothing gets close to Mesen. It is just way above everything else. In this video, I'll be showing you actually how to set up this emulator. I will not be showing you how to get your ROM files. So for example, this Mega Man 2 ROM that I'm going to be using in this demonstration, I won't be showing you how to get that in this video, but do know the file extension should be .NES for NES files or .FDS for Famicom files. That's just how it should be. If you're getting your game backups, make sure that they're in that format. Otherwise, you backed up your games incorrectly and you need to make sure you're doing it the right way. With that out of the way, let's go into the setup. So first off, we want to go just click whatever we need. So in my case, I'm doing Windows because we're setting up on Windows. Go save that wherever you want to save it and wherever you want to actually use it. In my case, I'm just going to put it on my desktop for this tutorial. With it now out on my desktop, we can minimize this tab, right click, and extract it to its own folder. With its folder right here, we just double click to open it. And with that nice and open, you should just see Mesen.exe all by itself. Just double click to run that. It'll say Windows Protect your PC, hit more info, and run anyway. Windows Defender will just block any type of stuff like this. Just assumes it's a virus. That's just how things are. From here, data storage location, this is where it wants to store data, like your save states, your options, things like that. I like storing it in the same folder as the application, which means it'll be right here. So if I ever want to like share save data with a friend, or back it up to like my Google Drive or something, I know I can just go into this folder and pull it directly from here. You also want to select your preferred input, right, to use PlayStation controllers, Xbox, WASD, or arrow keys. In my case, I'm using Xbox controller for this demonstration, so that should be fine for me. And then having a shortcut on your desktop is always nice, and auto-checking updates is also great, so we're just going to hit confirm on that. And with that, it's already up and running, and we can actually already drag our Mega Man ROM directly in here, and it'll run right away. No questions asked, no problems. It'll even actually have the control set correctly, so if I press start here, you'll notice the game's actually just up and running, up and functioning, and we're straight up into Woodman, right? Everything's actually just working perfectly out the box. I'm going to go pause it real quick to go over some of the settings you might want to change. The first one being, and my personal favorite to change, we go to video settings, and actually not video settings, we go to the video settings out, not in here, but right here. We go settings and then aspect ratio. You can either set this to auto, or my personal preference for video settings is setting the aspect ratio to widescreen 16:9 because I have a 16:9 display, and having it nice and stretched out like this is just nice for me personally. You also have a few other options in here, such as the region or model. Generally just want NTSC for the full 60 FPS experience. You can use filters, which I'll show off in a second. And you can also change your input. If your input's not correct out the box, all you have to do is hit input here, go to NES, where it says NES controller, hit setup, and then right here, you just click what you want to change. So if I want to press change the up button, boom, up button, boom. Let's say I want to press the up button to go left, there we go, up button to go left. I want to press left to go left, and you just want to set every single control like that, and then hit OK when you're done. Another thing you probably want to do is go to audio right here, where it says reduce volume when in background, turn that off so that way whenever you tab out, it doesn't get quieter. Also, I want to turn it down a bit because it's pretty loud for me. I don't know if it's as loud for you on YouTube. And then hit OK. And with that out of the way, I mean, we're pretty much done there. That's all you have to do to be up and ready, up and playing your games. Another actually pretty useful feature to turn on, you can also see we can get HD packs. If we have any, we can install them. What we can also do is go in here, go to preferences, go to NES, video, and where it's in miscellaneous settings, where it says remove sprite limit, reduces flickering, auto re-enable sprite limit to prevent graphical glitches when possible. This will, in a lot of NES games, there's this weird bug where everything kind of flickers. This will just get rid of that, and you won't have to deal with it ever. And just hitting that and turning that on, it'll go away, and you'll be good to go. Now I'll show off some different filters or different things we got there. I'm going to actually pause the game real quick so we can go enable one. Please go to settings, video filter. We have a basic NTSC filter, NTSC Biscuit, NES only. You can see like that. It looks kind of like an NES would. It looks very, very nice and very, very good. Kind of like how you might remember it. But not really great for me. What I really love is Prescale 10x, which takes all the pixel art and makes it like as sharp as possible. Just looks super clean. It might not be super noticeable in this game, but in other games you can definitely notice the difference. Some other ones you can use that people sometimes do like using is like BRZ, which is some really weird, like over sharpening. I hate how it looks, but some people love it. HQ4, like there's a lot of nice built-in ones, but you can also use shader glass, which I'll have a video on linked in the description, to just apply even better CRT filters and whatnot than what this has available. My personal preference is just Prescale 10x with bilinear interpolation. Just having those two on together just looks the best for me. And yeah, you're good to go. This is genuinely everything you have to do to go play your NES games and play them in the best way possible. Another really cool feature of this emulator is if you close out of it and then we go open the folder again, if it wants to open. Why is it not opening? There we go. And we just double click Mesen again. You can see it has like a save state of where we last played last time we were in the emulator. And if we just double click, it'll resume right away. So you can just quickly, between game sessions, close the emulator, come back, and get right back to it. Another really cool feature, at least if you're on Windows, is you can right click any ROM file. This can be any ROM file as long as it's the same extension as the other. So .NES right here. Right click, and then open with, choose another app, hit more apps, and then look for another app on this PC and make your way to the desktop folder. I know I said desktop folder, but instead of the desktop folder, do wherever you actually put your Mesen emulator. In my case, it's on the desktop. Just find Mesen.exe and hit open. And now the game will actually open directly from the file itself. So if we just double click on this, you can see the emulator just boots right up, and that way we don't have to boot the emulator, we can just boot the games directly, which is super useful if you have a long list of games and don't want to have to remember every single time to do whatever you want to do. And yeah, with that all out of the way, that should be everything there is to know. Let me know if there's any questions, comments, or concerns in the comments below. If it's a question I know the answer to and I see your comment, I will try my best to answer it, and hopefully other people that see this video can answer it for you as well. And yeah, with that being said, hope you have fun playing your NES games, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.